Welcome back. Glenn Redding and Troy Burleson are in the studio, and welcome to the show, guys.
Good to be here.
And we're looking for guests, and actually my wife got a hold of you, Glenn, the other day, and was talking about what's going on in your life. You are a busy man, and you said let's talk about Hard Target, because that's
Good idea.
That's kind of a passion you guys have, right?
Well, Troy Burleson owns Hard Target, and we've been together for a long time. I've been at the police department, and Troy came to work later at the police department. And after I retired and he was out of there, Troy's now the chief of police at Omaha. But we have a lot of different irons in the fire. We do a lot of different things. Hard Target has come along. We started working with police officers and other people and working on getting your concealed carry license. And then Troy has developed that further and further and further. And so it's pretty interesting what we do, and it helps the community. And we work with police officers if they're having trouble qualifying, or if they're having, we put on defense programs for them so they can learn how to survive if they get into a real firefight. He's got some of the best equipment I've ever seen, a Milo program, which is a laser-generated program, and Troy can explain a little bit about that.
Now that was on the square for a while.
It was.
Right.
And then and that's probably the mayor right there.
I bet it is.
He's supposed to be first on the show so we could get him in and get him out, but I think that's correspondence.
Is he going to keep doing that?
I don't know. He could be. He gets windy every now and then. He gets
Okay.
to talking, so it might go on
Anyway,
forever.
back to y'all.
Yeah, but anyway, you were here on the square in Harrison.
We were, yeah.
for a while, and that was pretty successful. But you wanted to expand it and move it to a more secluded area, I guess, or
We did. I wanted to do more things than we could do on the square.
Yeah.
We've developed live ranges now for our pistols, our rifles, shotguns.
Oh,
and
okay.
we couldn't do
Sweet.
this
you
here
couldn't
on
do
the
that in
square.
town.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I wanted to make it where it was an experience, really a destination. And so people could come for 3 or 4 days and stay with us and train with us. And I couldn't do that up here.
Yeah. No,
Really,
wh-
they can come for an extended period of
This
time.
last year, we probably had 7 camps that people came and stayed for at least 3 days
Wow.
and trained.
And is there facilities where they
We do.
make their own arrangements, or do
No,
they stay with
no,
you?
I have 24 beds at my house that we use in a kind of a bunk area.
Oh,
And so we lodge them there, and we cook for them, and we train them. It's a really
So
good time.
is
Wow.
that just anybody can do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a 3-day extensive course, and they cover a lot of different areas. They use the Milo electronic program that he has. They actually shoot real guns. They do self-defense, hand-to-hand combat, de-escalating the situations. What else you do with that, Troy?
Yeah, I think it's the experience of people getting together, and we bring instructors in from out of the area, from all over the country, and they're able to experience this training at a highly professional level.
Nice.
somebody that's interested in that has no experience with firearms or self-defense, is this for them?
Yeah, I think that we have different types of camps. We have the 3-day camp, and then we have a 1-day camp. It's called the Executive Combatives Program, and that's kind of just a little bit of each of the things that we do, and it's not as physically, challenging as the 3-day camp is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people that qualifies for that.
Yeah. Do you just teach firearm training, or do you do any other defensive self-defense things?
We teach hand to hand, and we also teach how to de-escalate, how to deal with conflict and de-escalate situations, and that's really a good course for everybody to do.
That would even help somebody if they were owned a firearm and they carried it concealed or unconcealed or whatever, to have that training to not get into a situation where
That's really
where
what
your
this is
adrenaline
about.
takes over.
We never want to get in a situation. I mean, you
Right.
carry a gun so you never have to, right? But a lot of people doesn't have the skill to be able to bridge that from I'm totally armed and I don't know what to do in between.
Right.
And so it's all the in-between things that we try to teach
Oh, okay.
also.
And he teaches some of that with the concealed carry course, your basic course. Then he teaches, we have the enhanced course where you can get your enhanced permit. And a lot of people say, well, why do I want to even have a concealed carry permit? In Arkansas, you can probably carry a gun without having to have that. But the reasoning behind that is if you go out of state and you're in another state, many states honor Arkansas's concealed carry permit. So if I get stopped in another state and I don't have a permit for their state, and I don't live there, and I'm carrying my gun because I'm going from point A to point B, I've got my concealed carry. They can look at that and say, oh, okay, we honor that here in this other state, and you don't have a problem with it. Knowing the laws when you're going into another state is real important. Troy and I had a business meeting in Boston, Massachusetts, and I pulled up the law first thing I did, and to see about concealed carry or not. And you can review those laws and see what kind of ammunition you can carry. You can see what size magazine you have to carry. So we recommend if you're going out of town to another state to review those laws and be aware of where you're going.
My husband and I both have our concealed carry, but he traveled for the first time in September with his firearm on a plane, which was really a relatively easy process. You just have to go through the
Right steps.
the right steps to do it. But, you know, we were going into, anyway, it was just kind of comforting for both of us to know that.
I bring one when I fly out of town or out of state. We flew to California a couple years ago on a special assignment, and we check them in at the airport. They're in a locked container. They have a lock on it. It goes into your checked baggage. It has to be unloaded. And so they check the gun there when you check in with your luggage. You put it in the luggage bag. It's locked up. It's sealed. They put a seal on your box where your gun's at.
Okay.
And then when you get off at your destination, they bring that luggage out to you. Of course, you don't get your gun out of there until you get to your motel or wherever you're going. But it was nice to know that we're in some other area, and we may be in a rough neighborhoods with some of the stuff that we do. And it's good to know that you can bring your weapon with you and carry it legally.
Do you know of any states that don't?
Yeah, Massachusetts didn't honor Arkansas's concealed carry.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm a retired police officer, and he's a current police officer, so we both can carry in Massachusetts under the federal guidelines for that. But as far as if I was just a civilian and had my concealed carry from Arkansas, I could not carry it in Massachusetts.
There's several other states. I think Arkansas has reciprocity to 36 states, and the other states are kind of have their own law.
So you need to check out who does and who doesn't before you travel.
Absolutely, always.
For sure.
That's interesting.
Big part of the training is when not to shoot, whether it's police officers we're training or individuals. You know, the psychological profile of it as far as do I need to shoot now or don't I? You know, I spent 42 years carrying a badge and a gun, and in doing that, one of the most important things I learned is you don't always have to shoot. Just because you have that gun, you don't go from I need to pull that gun right away. Every situation is different. You have to examine that situation, and you have to realize that maybe there's another recourse. Maybe I don't have to pull my gun.
When you watch news reports of, you know, a police officer shooting someone, and you get all the facts, do you? And I think there's a quick rush to judgment to blame the police officer, but that police officer, I mean, you don't know what's going through his mind or what the situation is.
Right. You know, we've had so many people come, and after they got through the program, they said, you know, I'm going to go back and tell the police officer I appreciate them. Because we put those people in difficult situations, and they failed at it. And so it's a lot harder to make a split decision properly than people think it is, especially when you're under stress. Right?
We brought Congressman Womack into the Hard Target, and he had his program set up. We had your representative, Ron McNair. We had the Attorney General, Leslie Rutledge. They've all come up to see what Troy was doing and gone through a little bit of it to see. And every one of them, when they got done, they said, you know, that really puts a different perspective on it, because it's explain the Milo program and how that works a little bit, Troy.
The Milo program is it's a video generated program, but it puts you in the real life situation. And I can put you into your own bedroom, and you have a home invasion, and you have to make decisions based on that, or in a car, or other places that you would normally carry a gun. And then as the scene plays out, you have to make the right decision. And the computer generates several endings that are different based on what you do.
Oh, wow.
And this is all electronic?
It is.
The guns really don't fire.
It is, and he can stop it, and he can make the scenario different. You know, like the guy can pull a gun, we can have him pull a knife, we can have him put his hands up and surrender. And then we stop and critique it. You know, we brought several criminal justice classes from the high school or the college through Hard Target, and we let them experience what that was like, and then we would stop and make them the jury.
And we brought a judge in, and a prosecutor, and a defense attorney, and a police officer, and they got to experience the whole criminal justice system in a very short amount of time.
I can see where that'd be very beneficial.
From a different perspective, when they're up on the bench judging all this, they now they see it from a different perspective. Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
good program.
I think the judges were impressed too.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
We
we
had-
brought real judges in, and they saw the same thing the kids saw, and then they saw the trial, you know, went before
Right.
them, and
Yeah.
they got to see a different perspective too.
I remember having one of our Arkansas Supreme Court justices go through this program. Him and his son. He brought his son up to do it with him, and his son made a terrible error, and he shot someone with a cell phone. And you could look at the
Oh, I
face
see,
of the
yeah.
judge. He just looked at him, knowing like he was just like this, because he knew how that would play out in real life, you know.
Right.
And so he was excited about the program. He said he'd like to bring all the justices up and do a retreat.
yeah.
So yeah.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
You know, if we teach one person to think before they shoot, and it saves one life, it's, everything we've done has been worth it.
Right.
We have a philosophy, a defense policy at Hard Target, and I share it with my martial arts, and my combatives training, and my guns. There's 3 things. Try to stay out of conflict and be safe. That's number 1, and that's what we're always striving for. So if you have a conflict situation, try to resolve it or stay away from it. Number 2, don't shoot someone or don't hit someone if you don't have to. Number 3, then if you have to and your back's against the wall, then do a proper job of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's good rules to live by.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the whole company is based on that.
It is.
Be a hard target.
Yeah, we want to make people where they're not just a victim, and they have something to do with not being a victim. Yeah, based on their education and their experiences and training.
So what do you want our viewers to know? If somebody's just kind of
Okay,
got that
I want them
inkling,
to
you
know they can come and see us if they have a gun and they're not sure about it. I had a couple of sisters come in the other day from Harrison, and they'd never shot a gun before. And they brought their dad's gun that had been given to them after he had died, and their brother had told them to buy a couple of guns, and they brought them in. We've never shot them before. So we went through the whole process of making them comfortable, and they are. So we can take someone who's never shot it, or we can take people who have great amount of experience, and we can tune them up pretty well. So no matter where you're at, I think that we can help you, and you'll leave better than when you came.
I think more than anything, someone that has carried a gun or been around guns forever needs that training of what do I do if I decide to shoot?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Because there's no training for that.
like Glenn said, that police officers, most all police officers in their life has pulled a gun on someone and never had to shoot, because we're totally looking for solutions, how to end this peacefully.
Right.
And so that we're trying to give the civilians the same way. How can I end this peacefully if I can? So you're always looking for solutions, how not to shoot someone.
Yeah.
And
We've
Critical
executed hundreds
thinking
of
right
search
there.
warrants during our career, and we've gone through many doors and kicked those doors if we had to, and gone in, and people have had guns in their hands, or they had the drugs and guns, and that option was there. Do I shoot them or do I not? And knock on wood, I've never had to shoot anybody, and it's always worked out. So
Yeah.
we take that experience along with the regular training that we have and put that together to help teach other people without them having to go through mistakes that were made.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they can contact you. Now you're up in
In Lead Hill.
In Lead
Okay.
Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, out from Lead Hill actually. So
Okay.
And how would someone reach you?
they can reach me through. I still have Facebook. Still do.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can reach me through either my personal name, Troy Burleson, or Be a Hard Target Shooting Academy. They can reach me through that in Facebook. The number is 417-239-4451. I still have my Missouri number
Yeah.
from when I taught Taekwondo there
Sure,
for many,
okay.
many years, right? And they can get a hold of us. You know, if you want a concealed carry, enhanced carry, you're wanting to learn how to shoot better, and we even do birthday parties. I'm getting ready to do another birthday party on the
You
Milo.
do balloons?
I don't do balloons, but you know, when you get that clown in here,
Yeah.
I may hire him to come
Okay.
and do balloons
All
for
right,
us at
well, it's
birthday
gonna work
parties,
out.
right?
Retired policemen have to qualify once a year, so I was going to go to qualification in April. I shoot every year so I can carry my weapon and meet federal guidelines.
Yeah.
So I went down to the Hard Target with Troy, and we shot for a while with the laser, the Milo program.
Yeah.
And then I went down to qualify. Well, you know, there's a lot of guys a lot younger than me that shoot that.
That's true.
And I like to show them that the old man, since I was an instructor, can still shoot. Well, after
Okay.
working with the Milo program for a little bit, I was able to go down there, and I was only 3 points off of a perfect score.
Wow.
Oh,
And
good,
those guys
good.
were surprised. Even the guys that work full time now with the PD, they were looking at my target and they're like, how'd you do that? And I said, come on down to Hard Target.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Wow.
And can people come as entertainment, or as, I mean, you know what I mean? Not so much entertainment, but to be proficient.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
The birthday parties are kind of the only entertainment we do. It's pretty serious training.
Okay.
They can come individually. We schedule people by appointment, only to come and do that. They can bring their family. We bring business groups in, corporate retreats.
Okay.
I've got one from Boston that's bringing several people from around the country in July that's coming in to do a 3-day camp. And so there's so many different ways that you can train and have fun. Training
Okay.
should be fun too.
And so basically you can customize it to
We
whatever
can.
group it is.
Absolutely.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Did we show photographs we're supposed to, Dan? I guess we did while we were talking. I had a couple photographs. Is he a permanent fixture down there?
I think I am. Yeah, since it's my home,
Okay.
I'm pretty permanent there.
All right. Well, reach out to these guys if you're interested.
My next concealed carry is
Yeah.
February 20th.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, February 20th, we're having a basic class and a enhanced class.
Is there a limit to the classes?
We'll see. We'll
Can't,
see what the governor says here.
when your license is about to expire, can we come and?
Within 90 days of expiration, you can come, and
Okay.
I've got a couple ladies coming over this next week. Theirs about to expire, so we can customize their schedule. They said,
Gotcha.
"We really want to come between 11 and noon." I said, "Okay, I can make it happen." So
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, give those
Yep.
guys a call, and there's a camp you got
we
coming
do
up.
have a camp, and it starts in March. I think March 18, 19, 20. It's a
Right.
3-day camp. It's a level 1. It's a basic camp, and that is an awesome way to come and train.
Okay.
Yep.
Sign up
that's
for that.
Yep, you can do that.
Now, is that on your Facebook page or?
It is, and we have it is on Facebook, and you can also go to U.S. Combatives Training Group, and that is our other training site that we have, and you can see how to go sign up for that camp. You can do it right there
I might want to
online.
come out and just shoot some video.
Yeah, or how about just come out and do some shooting?
I'll shoot. Yeah.
We've also
Might
We
do
teamed
that.
can
Yeah.
shoot.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we've teamed it.
We've
So I'll
teamed up
go.
with an insurance company
Yeah.
recently. If you have a concealed carry,
Yeah.
you may want to have some insurance. Troy, you want to talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
We just
good
did.
segue.
Yeah, we just
we were
did
just going to
this.
cut this
Absol-
segment, and you're going to
U.S. Law
start
Shield
something.
has
Okay.
become our partners, and every time that we have a training, they send a representative, and they will talk about Arkansas law. They'll talk about how you can stay protected, and how you can have if you're ever, not just a shooting, but any self-defense. I mean, if you have a car that you had to use as defense, they will defend you, and
Okay.
they'll provide bond and all the things that
Okay.
that's
So if you were
Not
accidentally
covered by
accused and
insurance, I'm sure.
Things happen.
Things
and,
happen.
You know, you need to protect yourself, not just with a weapon, but with knowing what are the protections that are
Yep.
available.
So February 20th, they'll be there at our
Okay.
place. They'll be. We'll go over Arkansas law about all self-defense and all
that's
shooting
good.
laws, which is they're really good company.
Okay.
all right. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
y'all.
us.
That
Thanks
was
for having
very
us.
good. Very good. I'm excited. So you want to go do that?
I would.
Schedule a time. Maybe we can go to this thing that they've got
It
going.
is awesome, guys. Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
not spending 3 days with you.
It's
Oh, well,
the,
you can come home every night. I'll stay up there. at
I've
one
done
of the
this type of
bunks.
thing for 41 years, and this is the best piece of work that we've ever done in 41 years.
All right.
Good deal.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Excited
Thank you.
about it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to find out if the mayor's here, or if he's not here. We may have to reschedule with him, but stick around. We'll be right back.